It is even more important to choose the right co-parenting partner than it is to choose the love of your life, because the love of your life may not remain the love of your life forever. And love without alignment cannot hold a family together. The question is not, do I love this person and do they love me? But rather, are they the right person to build a family with? How many of you know someone who had a child only to realize later that they hadn't really taken the time to choose the partner consciously? Maybe even some of you out there. Today, I want to talk about one of the most important decisions a woman will ever make in her life. Not just whether she wants to have a child, but with whom. And yet, who taught us to do this consciously? Where do we learn to build a healthy relationship? Where do we learn to become the best parent we can be, the one we were hoping to be? Who taught us? No one. We learned by watching. We were like sponges that absorbed everything around us. So if we had love, we were lucky and we absorbed that. But we also absorbed the patterns, the fears, the wounds. And so we walked into one of the most important chapters of our lives, completely unprepared. There are many books right now on parentality, books about sleep for the babies and pregnancies and all kinds of things. But the problem starts long before the baby is conceived in the conversations that we never were taught to have. We often assume love will be enough. We will manage. But what does it mean to raise a child for each parent? We may think that we have the same values, but for example, we think we have the value of eating healthy. But what is it for each partner? Maybe one is vegetarian and the other one is microbiotic. As a couple, you can manage that, no problem. But when the baby comes, when it's time to feed that child 3 times a day, if you haven't made agreements about it, it can become problematic or difficult. Conscious pre-parenting means identifying our values so that they can be shared with the right partner, especially around what I called non-negotiable, such as discipline, communication, spirituality. I have been a teacher 30 years, and I witness so many children suffering from the lack of preparation. I realized quickly then to really help the children, I had to also help their parents, because a teacher's impact is always limited by what happens outside of the classroom. And it is women who decide how a child is welcome into this world, how they are held, how they are shaped, first inside their womb and then in their home. And so it is women who hold the power to shape the next generation. Conscious pre-parenting is not a private matter. It is a social act. It begins at home, in the values we choose to clarify, in the conversations we dare to have, in the choices we make before a child arrives. I began by asking, who taught us? And the answer was no one. But it doesn't have to be the end of the story. We can begin a new one together. So conscious pre-parenting, how do we do it practically? 1, truly know yourself, your values, what your values are around parenting, around family, what kind of parent you want to be. 2, have the conversations before the baby arrives, not after, before. What does discipline look like? How do we manage the money? What happens when you don't agree? 3, choose a partner that is aligned with this, truly aligned with your values and your vision, not just someone who loves you and who you love. If you know a woman who is considering having a child, but not with just anyone, if you work with families or communities and you can help bring this consciousness to them, this is where it begins. If this resonated with you, please join us on the new channel before starting a family. My hope is that there will be hundreds of thousands of women who will answer to the call and say, yes, I want to be the most ready possible to welcome my child. Because I believe that there are children waiting to come into families that have prepared consciously to be the best parents they could be. And it begins with the woman aligning herself with her own values, with the most important non-negotiable values for her, so she can share them with her partner and make sure that he's aligned with that before having a baby. So come explore with us what those possible non-negotiable would be. You may not even have thought about it yet, but here we're going to explore all the cards in the game C.H.E.R.I. So at the beginning, there was 108 questions. Now they've been put into 24 cards that each have many questions. This is what we're going to explore. And if you love this, there will be another possibility later of a deepening questions for those who want to go even farther. Right now, let's begin with 24 cards. I look forward to meeting you. Please share your comments when you see a video. Tell me what your fears are. Tell me what your concerns are so that I can best answer them. It will be my honor to guide you and support you on this journey of conscious pre-parenting. Thank you.